Larry Holder, Luke Johnson here with you at the Saints practice facility. Day 10, practice 9 over with, full pads today, and pretty lively practice. So we saw a lot of team drills, a lot of 2-minute drills. And look, you put on Twitter right after practice, we saw a lot of good things say from Tom Savage. And honestly, Drew Brees was a little bit up and down, but the day finished really well for him because really the superstar practice today was Tommylee Lewis. He was everywhere, and he ended practice with a big-time touchdown leap. And you wouldn't expect him to be leaping at the back of the end zone, but that's where Drew went with the football.
Yeah, 5'7" Tommy Lewis skying up there for a practice-ending touchdown catch. I thought he looked great today, and he looked great from 7-on-7s to 11-on-11s, a 2-minute. He had one drop, but outside of that, he was beating P.J. Williams and Patrick Robinson in his routes, and he needs to, I think, have a really good camp. And he said he's been having a couple down days, and he needed a day like today, and he does, because there's some competition there for the 5th and 6th wide receiver spots if they keep that many. So I thought he had a great day today, and it was a great end to a competitive practice.
Yeah, and you look at someone like Tommylee Lewis, and he's always going to be like a bubble guy on the roster, because I can rattle off the top 4 wide receivers, and I would not name him. But they typically keep 5s. Last year they kept 6. He kind of lingers around. He always sees. You can always see the speed from Tommylee Lewis. And Drew Brees talked about him glowingly after practice today. Like, it's his 3rd year with him, and so I'm curious to see how much Tommylee Lewis evolves, because you'd love to have him, if you're the Saints, be your return guy, and then he could play with an offense. But as Sean Payton has said, he's still waiting to hand out those roses for the Bachelor. For whoever's going to win that kick return job.
The best analogy that has been made so far in training camp.
No doubt.
Yeah, no, but and look, I think once the games start and we can see some of these guys get a chance to separate themselves in the return game. Yeah, I want to see Brandon Tate return, because I think he's looked really fluid catching punts at least, and see some of these guys in live contact and everything like that. I think that's when they'll really start to separate themselves. But days like today help guys like Tommylee Lewis.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have a lot of players missed practice today. And I think on a notable sense, we saw John Phillips, who's a veteran tight end. He was working out with the Saints after practice. We haven't seen the Who Man out there. He came back and then left. Ben Watson's been out for practice. So I think that, honestly, if I see John Phillips out there, that there might be some danger for the Who Man as far as injury-wise, to where he's number 3 on the totem pole. And if you bring in Phillips, who they know, who's been on this roster before, might be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, for sure. And we haven't seen Ben Watson out here since he left practice. I think maybe it was Monday. I think it was Monday he left practice. We have like everybody else has been back out, at least in their uniform, but we haven't even seen Ben back out here. So I think the depth might start to get tested a little bit, and the fact that they have Phillips in here working out kind of speaks to that, I think.
I would agree. So, all right, check out all of our coverage of all things Saints at NOLA.com, and in our print editions of the Times-Picayune, and all of our post-practice videos. Of course, you can catch all those at NOLA.com. So for Luke Johnson, I'm Larry Holder. Thanks for joining us.